Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to extract the segments that we made in the previous video as individual sound files from ELAN. Now, there's a number of ways to do this. In this video, I'll show you how to do it using Audacity. In the next video, I'll show you how to do it using Prot. One of the things that you might want to do is just take all these words. You don't want all this extra space and have to go through all these things, and you want just this word that I've isolated. You want that just as an audio file, maybe to include in a talking dictionary, maybe to use for phonetic analysis, whatever it is you want to use it for, but you want to extract it. Now, there is a long way to do it. You can go like this, and you can, there's up in edit, you can make the selection and then export the selection, and it takes a long time, but there's a really quick way to do this. The computer will do it all for you, and that's always good for me. So what you want to do first, since we already have our segmentation and transcription done, we need a way for the computer to keep track of our segmentation, the segmentation, the boundaries, and the labels, and then save all of that information into a single audio file. And we can do that using Audacity. So if we go to File and we want to export as, and we want to put this as a tab delimited text. Okay, so we're going to export as a tab delimited text. Now you can choose all three. For Audacity, it kind of gets confused if you do all three. So I'm just going to choose one. I'm going to just name it after the English. Okay, so whichever one you export is going to be the name of your audio file. And I'm just going to call it the English name. And what you want to do is make sure these exact options that I have selected are selected. So exclude tier names from output, and if you included participant names in your database, exclude those too. I haven't, but I excluded them anyway just to show you. And then begin time and end time need to be checked, and then this time format, seconds and milliseconds. And when you're done, you just push OK, and it'll ask you for where you want to save it. And so you just save it. Let me just save this as let's save this as let's call it this EL Cubeo. And I'm going to encode it as a UTF-8, okay, and then I push save. Now in the file directory where this is saved, I now have a text file. Let me see if I can show you that. I now have a text file called elcubeo.txt. Now what this is, it contains all of the labels, the transcriptions, and the information about where it occurs in the audio, like where it starts and where it ends. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to open Audacity. Audacity is a free program. It's really great. If you're a Mac user, there are other programs. I'm not familiar with Mac. I'm not a Mac user, so you'll have to figure out. I'll give you some suggestions in a later video, but I'm not going to talk about those this time. So what I want to do in Audacity is open the original file. So the original audio file. So if I go to to this folder, let me go up one actually. This is the original audio file, this acoustics prosody. So I opened it, it's a WAV file. You can choose what you want to do there. I'm just going to do it like this, and it's going to load it. Now all this is the audio file. We want to match labels to this file, and that's what the text file that we just exported from ELAN will do. So I go to File and Import Labels, and I need to go and find my EL Cubeo text, okay, and open it. And it's a little bit zoomed in. Let me zoom out a little. And what you'll see now is that every time there's a matching label for in the audio segment in ELAN, or in Audacity, for where I put it in ELAN. Now, this may seem like double work, well, why do you need to care? But Audacity has this really cool feature where it can export and cut things based on labels. So if I go to File and then Export Multiple, and I want to, I'm going to save this as a WAV file so I don't have any loss here, and I'm going to save it into the same file where this project is. Let me go here. I'm going to put a new folder there, words. Okay. Okay. It's going to save in there, and right here I want to split this file based on the labels. That's correct, and I want to use labeled track name. So what's going to happen is the file is going to be named after the labels, and so all I have to do is push export. It'll work. It'll tell you it's working great, and then it's done. So if I look back into my folder now, if I go to Words, I now have a bunch of individual WAV files for this from this segment, from this audio file from ELAN that I segmented, and I can use these in Prot and or any other software that I need to, include them in a dictionary, and it went really fast. Segmenting out from ELAN word by word would take a long time. That took me 5 minutes, and I got 25 words, piece of cake, right? So that's my preferred workaround. Now, one of the things that you might wonder is what about naming strategies? You want to keep track of your metadata. There's a number of solutions to that, and if you and in another video I'll talk about that, or you can write to me and I'll be happy to share my ideas with you. There's also programs that will allow you to go through and rename files relatively quickly, so you don't have to click on each one individually. So, but this is one good way that I like, and it keeps track of everything I need to do. And as long as I keep my files organized, my folders, the metadata is there. It's just not encoded in each individual file yet. So you'd have to rename that. All right, in the next video, I'll show you how to do something similar in Prot.